Hey guys, Vas here from Aussie Playground, and today we're going to be working on my Mini Nitro Circus Basher MT. Now this guy I've almost forgotten about. It's been months since I've actually ran the truck. I've only got 3 videos of it up on my channel, and I figured I suppose I better do a review on it. So I want to get a couple of things done, a couple of things out of the way, because it does need a couple of changes, and get that done, maybe do another quick bash video, and then finish this up very quickly with a nice quick review of this truck. Now, one of the issues that I've had with this truck, and I know that some people have had the same problem as well, is that the dog bones, either the front or the rear, will actually come out, and they kind of jam in between the outdrive cups. So, it's almost as if the dog bones are a little bit short. Now, there is a little bit of a remedy to fix this. You can put a little bit of like nitro fuel tubing, a little bit on either side, kind of centering the drive shaft in between the drive cups, and that will actually, in most cases, prevent them from coming out. And I know that some people have actually done this on YouTube and through the forums to solve this problem. However, I've decided to do something a little different. I've actually decided to upgrade the truck, and hey presto, I have myself some CVDs for both front and rear of this particular truck. Now, these have actually been out of stock for a long time from Hobby King, and I think they've only got one of them at the moment in stock. I was very fortunate to actually get both. I've got the front and the rear all ready and set to go. So I've been sitting on these for quite a number of weeks, and I figured it was time to install it and get this truck up and running again. While I was at it, I also added a couple of extra little goodies that I think some of you might like. We have a rear aluminium shock tower, and we've also got a front aluminium shock tower, which is this little guy here. And I decided to get some aluminium little hex adapters for the wheels as well. So just to stop the plastic ones from stripping, I guess. Now that there's going to be obviously, hopefully, less loss of traction with the CVDs in place. So yeah, that is going to be the changes that I'm going to be doing to this truck at this stage. I am looking at getting perhaps some aluminium shocks as well for the both front and rear. And you never know, I might actually get a couple of other upgrades as well. We'll see how we go. But for now, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to actually show you me working on the truck a little bit, because I've had a few people comment on some of my previous RC pit stop videos saying that they actually enjoy watching me work on my RCs, which I think is a little bit boring, but I've got a bit of a cool idea that I think you might like. So yeah, let's put that to work and see how we go. Okay guys, so I've had to stop here for a little bit because I've come across a bit of a serious problem with this shock tower. You can see that these look identical. There's really not very little difference between them, except that's aluminium, this is plastic. But when you flip them over, you'll notice that there's a little bit of a difference. Now, the difference is that this aluminium one doesn't have these 2 side holes that you see on the plastic one. So those 2 there, and this one here. There isn't any on the sides. Now, why is this a problem? Because the upper A-arms on this truck have these little hinge pins on here that are supposed to lock in to these holes. I don't have them on this aluminium shock tower, and that is a little bit of a problem. Unfortunately, I'm going to put the front one back on. I will mount the rear one, but the front one for the time being is going to have to remain stock until I can sort out this problem here. So I don't know if this is something in the mold, or if they pre-drilled these or what happens, but obviously somebody here didn't punch in that code on the CNC machine to do this, or whatever type of machine they use to make these things. So I'm going to keep going. I'll put the stock one back in here and yeah, just do the rear. Alright, so there we go, all done. My Mini Basher MT has got a few or a couple of nice little upgrades. Now I did upgrade something previously that I did not show, and that is that I've also upgraded my steering assembly here is actually aluminium and no longer plastic. I did find the steering to be somewhat really flexible, and yeah, I just decided to get those aluminium upgrades in there, which aren't cheap. I think they're about $24 for that entire assembly in there. So your Anchorman and so forth. You know, I think it's worth it in the end, just to have a bit more precise steering. I'll probably look at upgrading the servo at a later stage as well, because I really do like this truck. It's really quite nice. It's, yeah, for lack of a better word, it's really cute and it's fun to drive. It's fairly durable as well, but unfortunately it just needs a few little bits and pieces. Now, as I said, the problem that I had with this front shock tower is something that I'm going to be contacting Hobby King about. So hopefully they'll send me a replacement with the holes already pre-drilled there so that I can actually mount it on the front. So we'll see how we go with that, and of course I'll keep you guys updated. Another issue that I came across, which I did not know about, is I did have one of my bearings that actually broke, and I couldn't actually put this one back in on my rear hub carriers there. So luckily I've got some bearings here at home from a different RC, and I was able to get one that's exactly the same and replaced it. And yeah, I was able to keep going, thank goodness, because yeah, this bearing was definitely not going to be used. So hopefully now the truck performs a little bit better. I don't have that bearing sort of jamming up my drivetrain. I should have a pretty free-flowing drivetrain with these new CVD drive shafts. I'm very much looking forward to running the truck and just seeing how it performs. There's the rear shock tower, aluminium shock tower, all mounted up. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video of my little Mini Basher MT. Keep an eye out for a new running video with this guy, because I'm dying to get it out again and have a bit of fun with it. It's been way too long since I've driven it and since I've actually yeah, enjoyed this guy. So yeah, that is it from me. Please be sure to check the video description for all the other videos that I've done with the truck, as well as purchase links and all the codes of the upgrades that I've done on the Mini Basher MT. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Alright guys, so just a very quick update regarding the Mini Basher MT. I did email Hobby King about the issue with the shock tower, and they got back to me and said that the existing shock towers that they have in their inventory have the same problem, so they've actually pulled them from their website as of the time of this video. They said that they're going to send them back to the manufacturer and get them re-drilled, and then when that happens, perhaps then I'll get a replacement. But as at the moment, there are no front shock towers in aluminium available from Hobby King. So I guess it's a good thing that I picked this up and I was able to get in contact with somebody there, and they actually took action and noticed the problem. They were also quite surprised that there have been quite a number of sales of this shock tower and nobody has actually put in a warranty claim. So I don't know if people are actually buying them and just complaining about it and not doing anything about it, or if maybe they're just drilling their own holes. Not entirely sure, but that is the information that I have for you at this stage. Another thing, since I did that initial upgrade of this truck, and between editing and uploading the video, I've had a couple more upgrades turn up which I had on order, and they were the aluminium shocks. So I've actually got aluminium shocks on the front and rear of the truck now, but I also came across another problem with these shocks. I'll quickly take the body off here, and I'll just show you the issue that I have, or that I had rather. And you can see here that there are some plastic standoffs that come from the shock tower, and they go through the actual shock itself. So they'll actually go through the shock cap just here. Now these plastic standoffs are about 5.5 millimeters in diameter. Sorry, about 6 millimeters in diameter. But the holes on these aluminium shock caps are only 5.5 millimeters. So I actually had to go in here with a 6 millimeter drill bit and actually just bore out the holes on the shock caps. It is annoying to do. It's something that it shouldn't be the case. Of course, I will be emailing Hobby King about this as well, just to make sure that every future shipments of their aluminium shocks for this truck are actually done right. But at least this was a very easy and quick fix. All you need is a 6 millimeter drill bit and just very gently just bore it out, and hey presto, it works perfectly fine. Nobody gets hurt. It's not a difficult mod to do. And yeah, it's just a shame that for something that's made for this truck, you actually have to modify it a little bit. But that is it for this video. I promise no more updates until the next I think the next thing I'm going to do with this truck is I'm going to run it, and then I'm going to give you guys a full review and just give you my overall thoughts on it. But again, that is it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to give the video a thumbs up before you go, and I'll speak to you next time.